Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, August 8th, 2020. So, the President stepped up today and did a great thing in my opinion. He signed executive orders deferring the payroll tax for people making under $100,000 a year, which I think is great for the people that have to work that don't get any extra benefits from that. Everything that's going on, that they still have to go out and work all the time. So deferring that is going to help those folks. They also extended the benefit for people on unemployment, lowered it from 600 down to 400 a week extra, which still gives people extra money, is better than having nothing. So I think that that's a good thing as well, obviously. He also extended the freeze on student loans, and also people not being able to be evicted or foreclosures happening to people as well. He extended that. The games that both the Republicans and the Democrats are playing with people's lives is not right. So I want to, hate them or love them, you got to appreciate the fact that the president took the actions that needed to be taken to help the American people. So that is an awesome thing, I think, in my opinion. Again, the games that are being played on both sides of the aisle are unnecessary. They're not looking out for the American people playing these games and not coming to some kind of an agreement to help people out, So I'm glad to see that the president, and there was talk that he was going to do that. I mean, there was, if they couldn't come to some kind of deal, he was going to do some executive orders that were within his power to fix things and to get things, extended for now until they can come to some kind of an agreement. Now, they didn't say how long. I don't think I saw that part of it, how long it's going to be extended for. So, but, because I didn't see that in what I was reading. But, it's extended for now, which is a good thing. So people will have the extra money to work with that they need to have to work with. See, and here's the thing, guys, I want you to think about this, okay? A lot of these folks that are on unemployment, it's not by their choice. They didn't want to not work. They wanted to work, okay? Because of everything that is going on, and the government decided to, send everybody home and, told people not to work. That did not help the economy at all. And it doesn't help those people, especially when you're trying to survive and you have bills and you have things that you have to take care of. So that's a huge problem as well. Now, my question, and somebody brought up a good point yesterday when we were having the live stream. They made a comment afterwards, and they said, well, what about the landlords that have to pay rent on those houses, apartments, and buildings that people are not paying rent on? And that's a good question. What happens with that as well? I'm sure that protection extends to them as well. But again, for how long? I mean, I don't know the answer to that one. That one I don't know the answer to. But my concern is always going to be the average citizen. We got Buddy here all sleeping. Lucy's in the other chair. You have the average citizen is having issues and trying to survive with everything that's going on. So I think that it's really important what the president did, and I want to applaud him for doing that because, he's looking out for the American people. These games that are going on between the Democrats and Republicans, they need to stop. They need to realize that they need to be working. And of course, it's a blame game, okay? And I cannot stand a blame game. Well, it's their fault. No, it's their fault. No, it's their fault. It's their fault. It's crap. Do the right thing for the American public. You're the ones, now remember this, guys, they're the ones that created this problem in the first place because they shut everything down. They haven't taken care of things the way that they should have taken care of them, and now we have a huge issue. We have a lot of businesses, again, that are never opening again. A lot of businesses are never opening again. And I want people to think about that. How many jobs are lost because of, bankruptcy or, liquidation. They're liquidating all the assets and just closing the doors for good. Lots of businesses are not coming back. A lot of small mom and pop businesses are not coming back because they were forced to close and they could not be open and they could not continue to survive in the environment that has happened. But thank goodness Places like Walmart got to stay open, and they didn't have to go, you know, not close their doors. That's a thing that I'm very, very curious about. How come the big grocery store chains? How come the places like Walmart and like Lowe's and Home Depot? How come those places didn't have to close? If you're going to do something fairly and supposedly stop the spread of the virus, you do it across the board. You don't pick and choose who gets to stay open and who gets to close, or who has to close. And when people would buck that and say, well, no, why should I have to close my business? Then those people are getting arrested and charged and stuff like that. But in the meantime, and here's something else I wanted to address, and this is a huge problem for me as well. And tell me, I want to definitely hear your guys' feedback on all these topics. Okay, so first I want to hear your feedback on what do you think about the president taking executive action, extending the unemployment benefit, lowering it from 600 to 400. It's extended. People are going to be getting that extra money, which I think is great. Extending not having to pay the student loan payments, also extending, the protection for people so that they cannot be evicted or foreclosed on at this time, but also doing the payroll tax cut as well. And I know he has also said that what he would like to do if he's reelected is make that payroll tax cut a permanent thing, which I think would be a fantastic thing because they take way too much of our money as it is. But the other thing that I have a huge issue with, and a huge issue with, this release of all these prisoners early from their sentences, or the catch and release crap that they're doing, where they're letting these people go. They arrest them for whatever the crime they may have committed, and they just turn them loose again. It's absolutely ridiculous, and you have to go to court at a later date stuff. You're just giving free rein to criminals, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. And when they're releasing all these people early from prison, you're putting more criminals back on the street to continue to commit other crimes. I'm sorry, but you know what? If you've committed a crime, you should do your time. And, it's amazing to me. Like I said, the biggest issue I have, that I saw recently with that was the man that was released early from jail. He was accused of rape. And what he did when he was released from jail, he went and killed his accuser. He went and killed that person. So, again, now is that every time that's going to happen? Probably not. But, criminals are criminals, okay? Hardcore drug addicts are going to do whatever they have to do to get the money to support their habit. And usually that's stealing. So, they're going to get rearrested, they're going to get caught again. And with this ridiculous catch and release nonsense that they're doing, they have free reign. They can continue to do what they want. When the mayor, I think it was the mayor of Minneapolis, Minnesota, says, be prepared to give up your goods to the criminals without a fight, I think that's insanity. That is absolute insanity. Now, I don't, if that was a direct thing, I don't know 100% for sure, but I did read that, so I don't know how accurate that was. If I am wrong on that, saying that, please definitely let me know in the comments. But I had read that they were talking about giving up your wallets and your goods to criminals and not fighting them. I mean, that's ridiculous. I'm going to tell you, you try and take my stuff, it ain't going down easy. It's not going down easy. So I don't get this mindset, with everything that's going on. And then, of course, now the police are walking around like on eggshells because, everybody is over-scrutinizing every action that happens with the police because of a few bad individuals. Absolutely crazy. Absolute craziness. And, of course, where is it all being perpetuated? In the media. So I'm sure the media will have negative things to say about the president taking these executive actions to help American citizens. I'm sure that they'll have their spin on it and how it's the terrible, Republicans' fault and stuff like this. Oh, another thing that I just saw this too, and this is like, how long can they continue to beat a dead horse? Now the latest thing that I see in the news, and this killed me, absolutely killed me, so of course I want to share it with you guys. The Russians are trying to interfere with the elections again, trying to discredit Biden. Now let's be honest with that. That whole Russian collusion thing, was proven to be a complete falsehood, okay? And realistically, if anybody is colluding to try to sway the elections to one way or the other, it would be Facebook with Zuckerberg, it would be Google, and those type of search engines and all that. They're definitely trying to steer the election towards Biden. They're very, very biased. It has been proven, internal emails, that they were absolutely trying to do that in the last election, steering the victory towards Hillary. It was absolutely proven. And then they're going to sit there straight out in front of Congress and lie and say, oh, no, we're non-partial, which is total crap. Total crap. So, again, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to think about. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. I would like to hear your feedback on these topics of what all these things that we were just talking about, okay? So, anyway, not a bad day here today at the homestead. It was really weird because, like, okay, so you see nice and blue there, but if you look over there, there's clouds. So all day long, it's looked like it's going to maybe rain, should rain, might rain, and then it hasn't rained. But we did get a really good rainstorm come through last night. It really came down last night. But you know, that's you know how it kind of goes. You just never know. But so the chickens today, we've got the new jackets on some of the girls. So, or well, saddles. The saddles are on some of them. So, you know, they're doing good. Today we ended up with 8 eggs today. Now, right now, time-wise, I think it's pushing 5 o'clock. So I don't know if we'll get any more eggs today or not. But as of this point right now, we have pulled 8 eggs today. And yes, Thickneck did lay her egg today. So that was good. But so that's what's happening here. I wanted to do the video on this and talk about this topic because I think it's important. I definitely want to hear your feedback. What are your thoughts on the president taking executive action to protect the American people? I think it's a great thing. That's my opinion. Like I said, like him or dislike him, he's doing something for the American people, and I think that's a great thing. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for now. I'm just going to do the one video today, so this is the only one you're going to see. But I will see you tomorrow. We'll do a video tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for the live stream. And we can get into other things, probably more of this topic as well, and we can go from there. So remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember because we are one race called the human race, and we need to be watching out for each other. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Also remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, if you follow the step, thing, and day mantra, you can accomplish a ton. You really can. All right? I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.